Now, he's already came out and responded to this and said it's all BS and that she's making it up. What happened is that he stopped giving her money because, like he says, hey, like he stopped giving her money and the rest of his family. He's not in the league anymore. He's not making NFL money. Right. He was in the prime of prime and he was trying to take care of his family, this and that. And he's like, oh, I'm not in the league anymore, so I had to stop. And a lot of people in my family got mad because they feel like I still have money, which I don't. And so now I'm trying to manage my funds better. This goes back to my ultimate point. I don't understand civil suit. Like she's saying that assault and like those are serious. Like why not criminal charge?
Well, there's two main things. And the first one is you can get money, which they all want. Yeah. The second one is that the burden of proof is much lighter. So if the state wants to charge me with a crime and I defend myself, they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I committed the crime.
Le'Veon Bell, okay, former NFL running back, Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe a couple other teams. Now, he had a cousin that he used to take care of, I'm sure, with other family members when he was in the league, okay, female cousin, Jada Bell. Okay, that sounds like a first cousin. That's close. Now, she sued Le'Veon and received $25 million after she claimed he had been sexually assaulting her since the age of 6. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple of different layers to this story.
And, well, you know what's kind of funny is in that headline, she's referred to as an alleged cousin.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like it says the allegations of sexual assault from an alleged cousin. Like, what? So you might not be the actual cousin. Like,
you say that's why he fell off?
No, I don't
he
think
fell
that's
off
why.
when he held out with the Steelers.
That was.
But
that.
you know, mentally though, he probably was doing that.
Could have been.
I'm just like, damn, like. Wow.
Could have been because here goes the thing. He's already responded to this. You had something to say real quick?
Well, I was gonna say, how old is this person? Because if they were, this was going on since they were age 6.
Yeah.
Like, is this like a 16-year-old person and this has been 10 years, or is this like a 25-year-old person and it been almost 20 years? Like, how old is this person?
Yeah, that's a good question. Answer, I don't know. Now, he's already came out and responded to this and said it's all BS and that she's making it up. What happened is that he stopped giving her money because, like he says, hey, like he stopped giving her money and the rest of his family. He's not in the league anymore. He's not making NFL money. Right. He was in the prime of prime and he was trying to take care of his family, this and that. And he's like, oh, I'm not in the league anymore, so I had to stop. And a lot of people in my family got mad because they feel like I still have money, which I don't. And so now I'm trying to manage my funds better, right? And she got mad and said, okay, I'll fix you. I know what to do to get some money out of you. And then that's what the route she took. Now, the reason why is, go ahead.
A couple things in that. If he's, see, this is hard to piece together,
Right.
Because if he's supporting her, that seems like she might be at least a young adult at this time. You know, why you're not supporting a 12-year-old necessarily? Like, they probably got a parent or whatever, or maybe you're supporting the parent who in turn is supporting the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
So like this feels like if she's alleging that this happened back when she was 6 years old, and he's been out of the league for a while, like how the hell old is she?
Well, she said since 6.
Right, but what I'm saying, like, what's the timeline on this? Because it's like
It could
if
span
she's
over.
like
That's juicy.
if she's 26 years old, let's just say. Now we're talking 20 years back. Would that put Le'Veon at like 13 or 14 when this shit started?
Well, Le'Veon has to be what? He has to be high 30s.
Well, that's what I'm
At the
saying.
very least.
If it started at 6 and she's 26 and he's 36, so that maybe started when he was in high school at 16.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's
That's
funky.
still crazy.
That's
It's
possible.
crazy, but like I'm trying to piece it together. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what is the timeline on this, and what's this deal with the support? When did that happen, and whatever? Because to that end too, he's been out of the league for a while.
It had to be when he was young, because he was a ball in the high school, I would imagine. So you feel me? So I'm sure he got whole throwing it back. Something not right.
Now, something ain't right, but she got the money. And how she got the money?
Right. That's like, damn.
How she got the money is that he didn't respond to the court hearing. So they, he didn't show up and he didn't respond. Now what he said in the video was, or after more diving, what people are saying is that it came to the old address. Okay, like the what is called is subpoena the right word?
Yeah. Let me kind of jump in on this part here. So, yeah, this is significant when you're reviewing the story, and I don't know whether any of these things happened or not.
Exactly.
They are allegations, but what seemed to happen when you first say, "Oh, this person got awarded $25 million," you're thinking either he sized this up and agreed to pay that much to her to settle it, like Diddy did Cassie, or they had some sort of a trial and a jury comes back and says, we're going to award this woman $25 million because we feel that this is horrible. And if true, it is horrible. But what we understand of this actual situation is this woman filed a lawsuit against him. She got service at an old address that he wasn't at. His defense, he never responded to the lawsuit. So when somebody files a lawsuit against you and you get served with the lawsuit, you have 20 days to answer, which then allows you to defend yourself and say this wasn't me or the facts are different. In this case, he was allegedly served at an address that wasn't his. He never responded to the complaint. In that case, the court enters a default against him. And there can be a trial just on the issue of damages. So when you look at this $25 million award, a jury did not have to conclude that her allegations were true because the default was entered against him. They could simply award whatever damages they deem necessary. Again, they're doing that without him defending himself. And so take that for what it is. This is not a situation where a jury listened to both parties speak on this issue and felt so horrible about what he had done that they awarded $25 million. So that, that to an extent, if he did not defend himself in court, he literally didn't defend against these allegations, and the award is what it is. Now, he may be stuck with it if the default was legitimate, but, the truth of what happened was not necessarily determined in this proceeding, is what I would say.
Is that believable, though?
That he did all this?
No. That it went to an old address. Is that like really legitimate? Because that's what it's coming down to. Like, and also on top of that, is that really how it goes? Like if I saw something on Facebook today. It's like my address is never the right address on my ID or something like that.
Yeah,
and that's true. Like, cause people move, people do stuff. So you get subpoenaed.
I got a confession. That's true. My address is my grandma's address.
No.
That's true.
I can say it can be difficult to serve people. Particularly people that kind of move around a lot or don't. Not everybody has like a full-time, I'm on the mortgage or I'm on the lease address. There's a lot of people that are kind of like, in the mix.
Yeah.
And so it can be difficult to serve them. And there's actually a process under the law. Every state can be different. I don't know what state this lawsuit was filed in, but there is such a thing as substitute service. If you can demonstrate to the court as the party trying to do the service that you've done all reasonable things, you've done a search for him, you've tracked down any available address and can't find him, you could then do what's called substituted service. And in Florida, that involves you're actually serving the Secretary of State in the state of Florida, and the person by the virtue of that is deemed to have been served, and a default can be entered on that basis. And so it's possible that that's the route that this went. But if Le'Veon Bell's a guy that's kind of on the move a lot and has maybe multiple addresses or what have you, it could be very difficult to actually serve a person like that, and it could go to an address that he really doesn't have any current connection to. And like he may own the property, but like I haven't been there in 5 years. Like, and
whatever. It's possible that he would have not have known about this at all. That this was
that's what I'm saying. If you've not done that, if you don't have any connection to that property anymore, and like nobody actually served you, it's possible. What's somewhat questionable, I mean, he is essentially on some level a celebrity of sorts. It's like what knowledge did he have? Like, did she basically tell him, I'm suing you? Here's a copy of the complaint I'm suing. I'm going to go to the papers, whatever. And then he's consciously avoiding service from that point. that could be a whole nother issue.
That's what it sounds like. Because he said that she told him.
Okay.
That's what
so
she was
I mean,
gonna do.
he could be essentially evading service, very intentionally.
And it may not even be like I did it, so I'm avoiding. It may be like this. Come on, this is just bullshit. I'm not talking to you no more. Don't call my phone.
Right.
Your mama don't call my phone, and just, you know what I mean.
25 mil though, I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah,
The
facts.
boy might not be innocent, man. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is weird. And also, this goes back to my ultimate point. I don't understand civil suit. Like she's saying that sexual assault and rape, like those are serious. Like, why not criminal charge? I know you want money and you need money and whatever, but all of these people that it comes down this to, especially if it involves a woman, it's always a civil case more times than not with these celebrities and not criminal.
Well, there's two main things, and the first one is you can get money, which they all want, and then the second one.
Be careful, fellas. Be careful what we say now. Be careful now.
The second one is that the burden of proof is much lighter. So if the state wants to charge me with a crime, and I defend myself, they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I committed the crime. It's kind of a high standard. It's beyond any reasonable doubt. There's nobody has a reasonable argument to say, hey, maybe this happened this way. Beyond that, now I'm guilty. In a civil suit, you simply have to prove by preponderance of the evidence, and that's literally 50.1% of whatever of whatever the belief is. And so if you're just slightly more persuasive than the other side, now you can recover money. In the other side, you've got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, and you don't necessarily get money out of that. The person gets a criminal sentence. And the state is responsible for bringing that charge. They may not like the charge. They may think it's not strong enough that they could pursue a conviction and get a conviction, and they may not want to go forward. But you still are within your rights to go ahead with a civil suit to try and recover monetary damage.
Yeah, but 6 years old. Like, if a motherfucker did that for real, like, they should be under the prison.
Oh, for sure.
Like, 6 years old is nuts.
If this is true, take every dime he has and throw him in jail and put the key away. I mean, never let him out.
Yeah, a combo.
Yeah,
hit him with that combo,
chicken,
man.
fries, and a soda.
You know what I'm saying? Hit him with that combo, man.
25 mil, life sentence, no parole. Yeah, that's a combo. But, yeah, if that's the case, I mean, that's wild. But, it's one of those other things that, that I kind of asked the question of, and like, again, we see it in so many of these other situations. If an individual is into sexually assaulting somebody 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 years old, that's what they're into. I mean, history teaches that's their thing. So it would be a little difficult to imagine. Quite honestly, I know we do like the Me Too and everybody piles on, but if that's what he's into and that's what he's done, it will be shocking if there isn't more that comes out. Yeah. That's just, history has shown us that when people are pedophiles and what have you, that's who they are. You don't do it like one time in your life and call it a day. You tend to be a sick fuck, and that's your thing.
I feel like we going down a rabbit hole with this one, man. Damn.
I mean, it does. It raises a lot of questions.
He could have paid off people, mamas. Man, that shit go crazy. He can go down.
Yeah.
Real deep.
We just talked about R. Kelly. I mean, it was like, that was his thing. Like, there were a lot of
right though. When you think about it, you
girls.
got all these women throwing their stuff at you, and you still going out the kids. Man, fuck, man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's
nuts. That's nuts.
So.
But at least, that was a criminal case, because
it went that way.
If it was civil, I mean,
but it took,
the labels would have paid those girls off.
Well, but it took years and years and years.
Yeah.
The smoke was there for a long time, and it took years and years for them to finally get
like you said,
everything
that's how much it takes for the evidence and stuff like that. No, that's a good point. That was a good take.